Some El Paso families who need specialized medical care have to travel hundreds of miles to get the help they need, forcing them far from home and creating another level of stress. In tonight's special report, CBS 4 at 10's Julia Spencer got a closer look at what these families have to go through to get the proper health care.
It's very heartbreaking. Especially because there is no cure for his diagnosis.
So about a year ago, our daughter started to feel sick. They recommended that we actually leave El Paso to seek treatment.
You're so silly, Mom.
Families with loved ones who need specialized care struggle to find it here in El Paso.
Even if it means we have to travel out of town, but is it going to give him a better quality of life?
Mariana Aguirre is the mother of 13-year-old Azael, a sixth grader who loves to color, sing songs from Aladdin, and who also has a rare genetic disease
Called tuberous sclerosis complex. What happens is that it causes tumors to grow throughout the body. So it can grow in the brain and the heart and the eyes and the kidneys.
But this diagnosis comes with a lot more than just tumors.
From what my son does have, he has been diagnosed with autism, with intractable epilepsy, with intellectual disabilities as well.
Each condition needing special care, but finding it in El Paso hasn't been possible.
There's really not that many pediatric specialists here. We were down to one. And so it was just really, we weren't getting the great treatment or good quality of treatment for my son. Not something that I was happy with.
Forcing them to go to Houston for his appointments. But the Aguirre family isn't alone. The Sarabias are a family of 5. Mom, Dad, twins Caitlin and Allison, who are 17, and Nicholas, who's 14. A recent diagnosis for Caitlin has made it difficult to live the regular life of a teenager.
Amplified musculoskeletal pain syndrome. When I first started feeling it, it was just pain through my elbow to my right hand. And I then started feeling pain mostly through the right side of my body, especially my right hip. And that caused me to have like a limp on my right side. And it hasn't gone away ever since.
Caitlin is a high school junior who has a passion to learn cosmetology, but the pain prevents her from using her hands in ways she needs to practice that skill.
I used to do a lot more with my hands. It gets harder. I feel almost as if they're heavy at times, heavy, shaky, and then they start getting hot, but then I start feeling it in my whole arm.
And she says the pain is more than just physical.
I definitely feel like it's affected my mental health a lot, going back and forth, especially with like the medication.
Caitlin's family also needing to travel outside of El Paso for that care.
So we've gone to Houston multiple times, and we've also gone to Austin.
Sometimes traveling there and back in one day.
A lot of times we leave early in the morning, like at 6 o'clock in the morning, and we come back at 10 o'clock at night just so that we only miss one day of work and she only misses one day of school.
Because they say the wait times in El Paso are too long.
The longest wait time was 6 months that they told us. So when I went and told the doctors back in Houston, like, we can't get an appointment for 6 months here, they suggested that we go back over there because they could get us in the following week.
They believe more needs to be done to bring specialists to El Paso. So I went and got some answers about why there is a lack of specialists.
El Paso, compared to the national average, has half as many physicians as we should.
Nicholas Tejeda is responsible for recruitment for the hospitals of Providence.
We all are in charge of the recruitment process. No different than the city attempting to attract a large business like Amazon or Facebook. We have to do the same things to attract physicians to our community.
He said it's not as simple as posting a job and waiting for applications.
It's a team effort from the mayor to the county to us. We all work in this together to make it work out and be successful.
Even then, he says it's hard to define what El Paso needs because everyone's needs are different.
Yes, we're short on many types of specialists, but all that really matters to a person is that if we're short on the specialist that they need at that moment in time.
El Paso Children's Hospital also says that they need more specialists within their own program. Dr. Shamail Alam is one specialist who focuses on pediatric urology, who moved to El Paso because he says the community does not have this specialty, and he recognizes there's still a problem.
So I do think that we can improve our numbers. For example, I would love to see another pediatric urologist within the next 5 to 10 years. I do think we need to improve our nephrology and our offerings with nephrology, including kidney transplant in children.
No matter the struggle, the families I spoke with say they wish something will change.
Obviously, as a mother, you never want to see your son go through any of that, or any of your children.
And I hope that one day I don't always have to come back and forth to seek medical treatment.
That was Julia Spencer reporting. Brad